Well, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Old Big Jim coming at y'all from the Barlow Observation Group, better known as the Bog here in South Mississippi. Great day, man. Got a slow start. We had a pretty good thunderstorm move through here last night, and blew a limb out of one of them big old turkey pines is what I call it. A lot of people don't know what a turkey pine is. Anyway, Daddy planted some of them on the fence row out there, but it fell, and the big old limb wasn't a huge limb, but it was big enough to where it hit my transmission cable or the cable that works my internet. And so this morning I woke up, I don't know, 3, 4, whatever time, one of them old man wake ups early in the morning when you got to get up and scamper into a different room of the house. Anyway, broke the cable. I got on the old phone, and they got everything's AI generated, but I got on there with somebody named Ricardo, which it probably wasn't nobody at all, but we did what we had to do to get I went in and reset my modem and all that, and it worked. And he came back on there and said there's no signal, and he would have to schedule me an appointment. Well, I told him I run 2 businesses out of here, and I can't wait a week or two. And so he came back on there and said we'll have a technician in your area in the morning, and that's kind of unusual. Well, I don't know if it is not Friday. But the actual office for my cable company is about 65 miles away. And there's no representative here at all. I mean, they just have the system here. And I understand that. It's a labor thing. Anyway, the cat came. His name was Jordan. Outstanding fellow. Now, me and him have met before. He came and worked on my cable once before. And so we kind of chopped it up. He was toting a Benchmade, the Osborne, and anyway, outstanding fella, outstanding service. The company's called Mediacom. They're pretty big here in the southeast, and maybe all over the country. I don't know, but they get, when the service is scheduled, they're there. They take care of your business, and so all. Big thumbs up to everybody, including Jordan, man. He's a stand-up guy. Okay, Folding Hunter Friday. I'm already at 3 minutes talking about anyway. Folding Hunter Friday. Early on in my YouTube career, I did a thing on Wednesday called Barlow Brigade Bangers. And basically, I had a criteria of $30. Anything more than $30 couldn't be a Barlow Brigade banger. More or less budget bangers. But that term had already been used by several people, but I called it BB Banger. And the hashtag, I didn't push it, I only did it 3 or 4 times. But anyway, I have some budget folding hunters that I'm going to share with y'all. They're all marbles. They're all basically the same knife. But I think they're cooler than creek water. And here's my thinking behind this. I showed on my short this morning a 1981 to 1986. It's a 4-dot, 2 dots on each side of the 110 model number. Finger groove, great knife. But I don't want to take that out there and cut sheetrock with it or I'll tote it, and if something arises that I have to cut, well, I'll cut it with it. I ain't scared of using it. But if I'm just going to be beating around the house, knocking off boxes, going down to the knife shop, whatever, just chopping it up with my friends or whatever I'm doing, I'm probably going to tote one of these, and you'll see why. Now, when you think about this knife, you need to think about the, let's say the buck 110, the thin one. I don't know what they call it. It's the little thin one. I don't have one, but I'm probably gonna get one. Anyway, or think of the Slim Select from the Buck Custom Shop. that's the knife you need to think about. And comes in this box right here, marble. And the reason I'm showing you the box is because you see it's got that little writing on there. Same story that's on the other one. Now, all three of these knives come with the exact same slip, or sheath, and they are. Look there, they sent me a snack. I love it when they send a snack. Anyway, this is the sheath. It's a nylon. Kind of probably has a poly liner on the inside. Very functional, very useful slip. Something that if you crawl down underneath, got underneath the truck or in the mud or whatever, want to work on, you're not gonna hurt that slip. You take, brush it off and put your, wash it off and then put it right up getting work. Here's the information on the first one. It's a 564, and this is the newest one I got. But I've already decked it out. It's just like the other one. But here, this is it's got a finger groove. It's black. Got marbles right there on the end of it. But you'll notice that I've already got a lanyard, but very rudimentary, small. I mean, it's just something to give it, pull it out of your pocket, that kind of stuff. And I also installed a thumb stud. And these knives they just roll right out. Just a perfect knife. You hear that lock up? Okay, that's the Huckleberry. Okay, these are very solid knives, very sharp. Just a great knife. Just a great knife. Now, I've got three of these, like I say, and I'm going to show all three of them to you. I'm not going to sit here and go over real heavy with you because, you're basically looking at the same knife. Now, the second one of these I got, this is a Whatnot purchase. Same thing, same exact knife, but it's in a sand colored or light brown or golden or whatever you want to call it. Same, got the marbles on there, got the finger grooves on both sides. Very comfortable knife. Same thing, got the thumb stud, rolls right on out there. Just a handful. I mean, you can do just about anything you want to do with this knife. I can promise you that. Just a great knife. Doesn't have a lot of snap, but it's plastic or reinforced nylon. I don't know what the composition is, but it's a very great knife. All right, and information on that one. Make sure I got yeah. This is a MR6. I'm like 566. Same exact box as the one that I just showed you. Great, great presentation. Same sheath, whole 9 yards. Now this one is older, much older. First of all, because of the model number. This one comes in at MR309. Now, I don't know if this one was made before these or not, but you'll notice that the box, here's the box. The first two had this box. You see the little pictures on there and got the thing, and it's got the writing, the story about the guy Marbles it's a very interesting story if you ever want to read it. But this box is much different. It's got big pictures on it. And then this one is called the Bushy Mountain Folder. Bushy Mountain Folder. Okay, and then it has the writing on it is much bigger, and the story is a little more detailed. And for every hour in the open, I guess that's. I mean, it's got a what you call them things? Where you eat right there on the thing. But anyway, this is a MR309. Okay, I don't know if it's from a different series. I just don't know. And I probably could find out, but it just don't matter. A lot of the history. I know that Marbles was a forester. and he cruised timber for a living. Now, I know a little bit about cruising timber because at one time I had, my daddy had 470,000 acres worth of timber that we cruised every year. And during the summer, instead of going, I didn't go to school, so I went with my daddy to the woods every day, and he cruised timber. He was the vice president of the company that he worked for, but he didn't care. He wanted to be in the woods. He liked being in the woods. But anyway, same thing, except this one is orange. That's what the French people call that word. Some people down here in the South call it orange or orange, but I call it orange. Same thing, finger groove, just a beautiful. Now these knives, when they come, see that blade has a coating of some type on it. Don't know what it is. Keeps it from being shiny, or keeps them from having to shine it. But y'all look at that clip blade. If that don't holler buck 110, you're looking at the wrong knife. Anyway, lock back, same thing. Now this has got a lot more use in it. But anyway, this thing comes with a coating on it, so the pivots are pretty tight when you get them. Now what I do is I got a couple of different oils and stuff I put in there. And I started off with one that's based with automatic transmission fluid. And everybody, well, not everybody, most people know, or some people, automatic transmission fluid is not oil. It's a detergent. And what it does is it cleans the clutches in your transmission. So when you make let's say you take mineral spirits and half and half mineral spirits and automatic transmission fluid, you're basically getting a cleaner, an oily cleaner, okay? Because you've added the oil to it, and it will clean it. Like if you get a knife, sometimes you get a case knife or a Rough Rider knife, and the pivot is very dirty. Well, you can put that mixture that I just told y'all in there, and it'll clean it out. You'll start seeing all kind of smuts coming out of there inside the oil as you take the blade, and I'll sit there and I'll do a blade like this, and it'll clean all that stuff out of there. Now this, but anyway, this is the one I've had the longest, and it gets looser and looser over time, and now I can take it and get it about a third of the way over and give it the old modern flipping thing. Say get about right there. There it is. So handy knife, great folding hunter. I mean, you can get these for less than $20. Okay, Smoky Mountain knife. They're all eBay. I looked it up. $14.99 for this knife right here. Now I don't know if it's the same box and all that kind of stuff. I just don't know that, but just a great knife. Now I have one more thing I need to tell y'all before we go. There's a gentleman over there in Florence, Alabama. Now some of y'all may call it Florence, but I don't. Everything I see stuff every day. It's just different to me. But I call it, and I always have, Florence. Charlie Cook, man. Charlie Cook he is a fireball, man. He is a man. He's a public servant, a first responder, absolutely outstanding gentleman, and just one damn good leather maker. Okay, excuse my language, but I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and curse on y'all, but I might give you a damn every now and then. But anyway, I want y'all to look what he sent me. Look at that. Lordy. Now, when he sent this to me, the message that he sent, it said, if you look at it from this way, it says BB, Barlow Brigade, and then down in the middle there, it has America, and then down on the bottom it has Charlie Cook, okay? Absolutely stunning leather work, absolutely stunning. I don't know how he sells, I know he makes leather for other people. But anyway, he sent me a note and he said he made this because he has one. He has a cinnamon stag bone large work knife or a side buster, and he made this to fit that knife. Now, I don't have the side buster in there today. I actually have it. You take it and squeeze it, the knife will come right out. I have this is the one that I modified. This is the amber bone, and this is stainless steel. This is not the one with the carbon steel, but I modified this, made it a spear point, did a little work on that. You know, that nail, that blade lock right there is a little, you know, it's kind of, it's a hot spot to me when I'm using the knife. When you grind it down a little bit, if it's right in your hand, you don't even feel the thing. But gotta get it sharp. Put a little swedge in there on the top after I modified that blade a little bit. I don't know, but there's your tang stamp. Tang stamp mop here. I don't know if you read them little numbers. I can't read it without a dang magnifying. Yeah, I can. It is a RR272. But just a beautiful knife, man. Beautiful knife. Great walk and talk. And look here, I want y'all to look. Charlie Cook. If I was writing this down, right behind Charlie Cook, there'd be 3 fire symbols. Okay? Charlie Cook. All right, guys. This is an update from Dude, Mississippi Dude. He wants me to tell y'all we're in the process of designing a new studio right behind where the camera is. You see these double doors. There's another set right on the other side, and on the other side of that is a 120-year-old roll top desk that my parents left to me, and I'm gonna make some kind of studio in there where I can do my tabletops. You know, so we set it up, you know, however how you do it. Now then, one more thing before we go. When I send out my swag pack, I usually put a couple of stickers in there. I put a business card. On the back of that business card is a Zippo chart, which I'm gonna say more about that in a second. But I carry this little thing right here. I put this in my, you know, I got a little shoulder bag that I carry. And I don't know what this is, some kind of puppy dog. Got my sticker on it. But inside the front of it, I have a 6x5 label. And I send this label out to everybody. Every swag pack gets one of these. And the reason that I'm showing this to y'all is because that's the intended purpose of this. You can stick this label inside your notebook, your EDC notebook. And if you're out in the wild shopping for Zippos, or you see some Zippos, you can very quickly go down the chart, pick out which one it is, and find out what, you know, the marks on it, you know. And if you find your birth year Zippo, or you find your mama's birth year, or your baby girl, your baby daughter, or your girlfriend, whoever, you can purchase it with confidence knowing that old Big Jim gave y'all a chart. Look it up. All right. Oh, and you know what? Now I got the notebook out here. Let's go. Some new channels. Native Steve. It's N8V Steven. I'm not, but anyway, N8V Steve. I think if you type that into YouTube, you'll find him. I'm pretty sure. All right, now this is a huge shout out right here. Huge shout out. My brother, bearded knife guy. Most of y'all, if you followed me, you've heard me talk about him. This guy is the real deal Holyfield, okay? But there's a member of his family, and I want Brother Tim, I want you to get him in front of the TV, pause this video, and because it's been to happen. Brother Tim got a son, and his name is Hambone. So Hambone, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, brother, you need to get in there where you fit in there. I am digging your little Spyderco. I am digging your knife collection, and you got it going on. So Hambone, old Big Jim says, howdy, howdy. All right, next, WC Quick is a giveaway that he's fixing to do. That's WC Quick, Guns and Silver, Guns and Knives. He's got 3 or 4 channels. He's an author, He's a retired welder. He's got it going on. Main thing is he is a buck knife fanboy. Okay, and I call him that with all the respect in the world because he knows what I'm talking about. Buck knives matter, and he knows that. Okay, Dime Piece. Brother, I can't remember, Robert, I believe his name is, has now got to 300 subscribers. That ain't near good enough. Man, this cat got it going on like a chicken. I carry my Barlow slip right now is I've got a Rosecraft Blades Beaver Creek Barlow in there, and that's the one I've been carrying the last week. So I've saying Barlow because it's a masterpiece. It's a beautiful Barlow. It was the second I got from Rosecraft, but the slip he sent me is perfect for a single bladed Barlow. So get in there. Y'all get over to Dime Piece and check him out. And finally, the 3 folding hunters that I just showed right here, I'm working a trade. Or me and this gentleman are talking. How about that? And he's got a knife I kind of fancy, and he knows that. We spoke on the phone about it. We've texted each other about it and all that. But these 3 knives that I just showed, his name is Don Hofragi. Okay, I believe I'm saying that name. I just call him Frog. But these 3 knives that those are the 3 that I was talking about, Brother Don. If you want one of those, send me a DM, and we'll take it from there. Of course, you know Big Jim's gonna hook you up, man. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, all right, guys, let's get on out of here. I want each and every one of y'all to know that I love you, and I'm glad you're here. Probably gonna get a couple more videos out of it today. I know, you know, I'm getting a late start because of this cable thing, but I might get one more out on y'all today. But I need all of y'all to know that Jesus Christ is Lord of my life. And rule number 9.